today, I'm gonna do something that takes me way out of my comfort zone. Let's do it. Oh my God, it's the world's worst car. Make it go away. Ugh. Okay, today's an experiment. My name's Cole. I work for BMW. That's probably the only intro I need. But I told myself I wanted to create more content video-wise because I used to do marketing and whatnot for other dealerships. I haven't seen anyone who works for a dealership that makes content. Maybe I'm just not aware enough. I have a lot of cool stuff around me as far as cars go through BMW and whatnot, so I'm gonna create something. I don't know what it is today. I'm gonna take one of our really fancy M3s that I think is really cool, show you around it, see what it turns into, and go from there. Because I told myself I would a couple months ago, and it took me a long time to do it. And now I'm finally doing it. So here we go. Let's see what I can do. I don't know how that's a stock exhaust. I hope it doesn't pick up too much noise because it idles so loudly. Maybe, I wonder if that'll help shut up the car a little bit. Anyway, this is a 2018 M3 we have, the F80. We're almost done with the F80s and it kind of makes me sad, but this particular one is a $92,000 build. It's kind of crazy. Basically, that comes from a lot of M Performance parts. It's got carbon fiber all over the place, exec pack, compact, it's basically fully loaded. So I'll go over that. Firstly, look at this interior. The full Silverstone Moreno interior, and I really honestly love any full leather interior. This one's so cool with the stitching and everything. For those of you who don't know, I used to work for Mercedes, and I thought their interiors were the best. The craftsmanship of like stitching and the dashboard and everything like that is just so cool. The package that's on this car for the titanium exhaust is a $8,000 something option. And yes, that is a ton of money. I'm not gonna deny that. Is it worth it? That's up to the buyer, but man, the exhaust that M made for this car is, oh, it sounds so good. I think with a tune that would give it a little bit more feedback in the exhaust that would be ideal. So yeah, I'm gonna be like, if you guys haven't seen the Straight Pipes, their channel, the review of the 440, every like 20 seconds they came back to the sound that the exhaust made. And that's probably gonna be me in this video just because it's like, it's always there. It's gonna be following me around this whole video. You ever notice someone behind you in traffic who's really preoccupied and they keep moving up and keep moving up and keep moving up and you think they're gonna hit you? That's the people behind me right now. I don't like that. It's not my car, please give me room. Here's another Mercedes correlation as I get closer to a more fun road and out of this traffic. With Mercedes, you had, of course, different driving modes. You're a little bit more limited in those cars, even in the full-on AMGs. Just because I noticed in M's, and I much like this more than the AMGs, you have control over each aspect of your driving experience. So engine, transmission, steering, and suspension. And they're all individually controllable on the fly. And with Mercedes, you didn't really have control over them unless you set up an individual profile. But even then, you could only have it set up one way. And I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't think you could set it up and change it while you were driving. So it made it a little bit more difficult. Whereas in this car, you can easily just go from sport steering, sport suspension, sport engine in one push of each button. It's very nice. Plus you have two settings on the steering wheel that select M1 or M2. So that also helps if you have different drivers, or maybe not. Like you could have your setup, which is like your speed setup, And then you could have not your spouse's setup because they don't need one, and you could just have an easier setup, or you know, whatever way you want it. It really can go both ways. I'm not gonna judge. Plus, like, you bought this car for you. You don't want to share it. You want both M modes. M1 is yours, M2 is yours, and whoever else, they don't get anything. I didn't even look to see, but I'm out of fuel. I've got 50 miles. So I should probably go fill the thing up. Completely coincidentally, made it to Shell, and look at that. I'm like an owner already. I could own this car. Let's see how quickly I can go through 7.6 gallons of gas.
Happiness is an emotional response to an outcome. If I win, I will be happy. If I don't, I won't. It's an if-then, cause and effect, quid pro quo standard that we cannot sustain because we immediately raise it every time we attain it. You see, happiness demands a certain outcome. It is result reliant. And I say, if happiness is what you're after, then you're going to be let down frequently, and you're going to be unhappy much of your time. Joy, though, joy is a different thing. It's something else. Joy is not a choice. It's not a response to some result. It's a constant. Joy is the feeling that we have from doing what we are fashioned to do, no matter the outcome.
So, obviously this is my first attempt at this kind of content, but I think what Matthew said there, he summed it up nicely. And it comes down to, this is something I've wanted to do for months, and it's taken me a lot of courage to put myself in front of the camera and talk to the camera while other people look at me and think, why is that guy talking to the camera? And honestly, it's weird for me too, but I think there's an opportunity here to be had, and I'd be kicking myself if I didn't take it. So that's where I'm coming from. You know, I think we're too hard on ourselves for what we are. You know, I know I'm not the prettiest person in the world. I know I'm not the most fluent in speaking, but I have a feeling Casey Neistat and Dan Mace and all these other people who are really big on YouTube now and have a big following for the content they create, they one day just said screw it and went for it. And that's me today. So I tried to give it my own little twist with my own content, stuff I'm going to be throwing at you, but hopefully you watched it, got enjoyment from it, because I know I love doing this kind of thing. And so if I can provide value for you and you can follow along and you want to keep up, then that's all I can ask for. So that's my goal here. I'm going to keep at this, keep seeing what I can create. If you liked it, like the video. If you want to keep up, maybe subscribe. I never thought I'd be that guy that's asking people to subscribe to his channel. It feels weird. I don't know. It feels kind of good, actually. Anyway, hope you liked what I put out today. keep up with me for more, and leave me some feedback if you have any on the way I talked, the way I filmed, whatever it might be, the way my hair is today. If you want me to do my hair differently next time, I'll do it for you, just for you. So that's all I got.